What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bob's Garage. Today we're up in Michigan at the Geek group, and they actually have here, it's not working currently, I think the batteries are burned out, but they have an electric converted S10 here. And I don't know the specs on it or anything, but it was donated to them about 4 years ago. And really badass. Okay, so while I was at the Geek group, I wasn't able to find out the specs or any more info on the badass S10 that they had. So I just went back in the archives and looked up the old video that, basically the old donation video. So I found out it was more along the lines of 3 years ago that the truck was donated to the Geek group, and it's a 2000 Chevy S10. And the young guy that donated it to them, his name is Geek Ludwig, and I guess he built the truck originally when he was like 15, 16 years old, and I think he donated it right as he was going to college, so probably when he was like 17, 18 years old. But even that video didn't have much info about the truck itself. He just had mentioned that the truck, it had about a 50-mile range initially when he first built it, and then he said he redid it, and I believe he said he made it faster, more powerful, or quicker or something, but after he redesigned it, it only had about a 20-mile range. So I'm guessing he was pushing more amps or something along those lines to get less range but more power or more speed. It just looked like in the back or in the bed of the truck there was just a bank of I don't even know if they were marine batteries or just normal car batteries that he had. It looked like maybe there was 10 or 12 batteries back there. Just looks like they were connected up with a quick connect, similar to like what forklifts have. Other than that, there wasn't much else to know about the truck. That's why I wanted to see it in person. I believe he said it was an 11-inch motor, which I'm not sure what that is. So when I was at the Geek group, I did ask if it had a Warp 9 motor or something like that, and someone said no, it was just a fork truck or forklift motor in the S10. So I'm not too familiar with all the different forklift motors, so I don't know what an 11-inch motor is or could be. But yeah, so I was just curious why they didn't have that truck on display. That truck, it's complete. So, even though it doesn't work, all you have to do is raise the hood up, raise the bed cover up, and people can just check it out and take a look and all that and see what an electric car, all electric car looks like. So I know the Geek Group spends an exorbitant amount of time, money, and effort building displays and live demos and all that. Well, I think that would have been a better display for their VSL or their vehicle science lab. So I don't know. It's just collecting dust. It's kind of sad to see outside of their building, but I will find out someday in the future, or if I ever get back there, maybe I'll even write the Geek Group a letter and ask them for some more details about the truck to kind of figure out what all it needs. So I think it was Chris Bowden mentioned to me that it needs new batteries and a new motor controller or something along those lines. So I had been researching electric conversions I wanted to maybe do with my old muscle car that I have, and it's expensive, of course. I want to say just for like a single Warp 9 Warp 9 is a 9-inch motor. It would be probably about $10,000, roughly probably $10,000 to $12,000 to do the conversion. I did notice the S10 was stick shift, so I guess stick shift is pretty good, because I think you can still like vary the final drive ratios by shifting gears. But then for my research, they're saying that having a stick shift, because you have that clutch, that's just another safety mechanism. So if anything happens, something happens where, like, let's say the motor sticks on, you can just simply push in the clutch and no big deal. So you're not, it's not like an automatic or whatever. So my old muscle car is an automatic. It's a turbo 400 transmission in it, and I do believe there's a company that makes an adapter or a setup that'll mate up 9-inch warp 9 to the turbo 400 trans. But like I said, it would be a lot of money, and it would be something that I don't know. We'll see. So my son's 4 right now. Maybe that would be a project for him and I to do together or something like that. We'll see when he gets a little bit older, if I still have the car. But that's just some ideas I've been kicking around. So stay tuned for more. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and let me know if you have any other questions, or I'm curious if anyone else out there is experienced with electric cars or electric conversions and all that. So it's something that I've been into or interested in for many years now. It's just never really been cost effective, and I want to say the costs have gone down substantially, but it's still a big chunk of change. So I don't know. I guess I would have to do a cost analysis. I know I've had my muscle car for about 5-6 years now, and there were some years when I spent upwards of $1,000 to $2,000 in fuel just to drive it. So it gets 8 miles to the gallon. So there you go. But stay tuned for more. Catch you later.